Thoughts on Purdue, and obviously their size is unique, I guess, certainly in the Big Ten.
There's no question, and it's more than their size. They have a great length at all the positions, really. Octius, especially with the starting lineup, Octius is long. I don't know what his wingspan is, but he's very long. He's very active. He's a tremendous guard and can do a lot of different things. The way he scores, he's a little like what Darius Morris was in this league a few years back. Maybe not quite as big, but with that speed, that downhill speed, that's incredible, and makes their team better in so many areas. And he's long, and then certainly their perimeter guys are. So no doubt about it, their length, their size, their ability to play inside, those are all really big challenges for us. And there's really not many games that we don't have that challenge to deal with the size, but this one certainly because of A.J. Hammonds and Isaac Haas is a big one, and they shoot the ball well. And we're not getting ready to prepare for those guys off of percentages. We're getting ready to prepare for those guys off of what we think they can do and what they've done. And it'd be like a team getting ready for us after the first couple games, looking at our percentages, thinking, well, maybe they don't shoot so well. No, we can shoot pretty good. Well, so can Purdue. And the bottom line is there's really not a lot of, there's not much help you can give because pretty much everybody he's put on the floor can make plays.
Next question.
Can quickness beat size in this case here?
I don't know. I don't know about that. They're really big. We're going to find out. We're going to find out because, as I said before, we're not going to get a lot bigger in a short period of time. So we'll find out. It'll be a fun game, I would imagine, for people to watch. And hopefully it's going to be an exciting game for the players to be a part of, and I'm looking forward to it myself. So I think they pose a lot of challenges, and they always do. But no matter if they're big, no matter if they're small, no matter if they're old, no matter if they're young, they always set a standard for how hard they play and how competitive they are. And I think he's an outstanding coach, Matt, and his staff, and they do a great job year in, year out of winning the hustle game. And you've got to match that intensity as much as anything you prepare for when it comes to the X's and O's or it comes to the personnel.
Tom, Rayfield Davis has been their top defensive player, at least in terms of perimeter, and that he did some scoring the other game. Just thoughts on him and what challenges?
Well, I think they've got quite a few defensive players. I'm not sure any of us are looking forward to dealing with John Octius. I mean, he can really guard as well. And certainly they pose problems in the lane because of that size and length, and they cover a lot of ground. They're again, like most good teams, they give really good help defense. And they're longer than I think people realize. And certainly when you're putting Phil Davis, and you've got Vince Edwards in there, and Stevens is a longer young man and shooting the ball extremely well. They're very aggressive, so they cover a lot of ground. So they're good all the way around.
Just obviously, you guys don't have the height that they do. So how do you practice that within the team? Do you guys?
Oh, we don't. I mean, what are we going to do? I mean, unless Alan Henderson or Harris Bujinovich lives in the area. Ken Benson could bring him down. I see Todd Lindemann when I drop my kids or drop my daughter off at St. Charles. I'm not sure they'd want to come over, but that'd be about the extent of it. But we deal with that all the time. So we make do.
I guess you talked about the size, and you have forced opponents to go smaller this year, but I think they're a little bit more committed to that size just because they've got two talented big men. Do you think that they might, I guess, persist with that rather than trying to match up with you guys the way that some other teams have?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think what you do is you prepare your game plan for everything. Certainly it's not a long week to prepare on the court. So you prepare them on the court for what we definitely want to do. You try to show film, but you have that plan for them to make adjustments. And you know that it's certainly a possibility. I mean, you have two 7-footers like that have that kind of ability. Certainly it's a possibility that you can put them on the floor together that way. And it's a possibility they could play man-to-man, they could switch, they could play zone, they could do a lot of different things. So you just have to have a plan, and you try to teach it the best that you can to these guys and hope that they absorb it the best that they can. And no matter what they do, you don't let any panic or mental fatigue come into it. You just deal with it and hope that you're spacing and ball movement and defensive transition and willingness to be inside the lane to rebound the ball and be physical with contact and things of that nature. I think we're going to see them at a very high rate on the glass. We're going to have to match that. So again, it's not as much about the size. That's a great storyline because they have it and we don't. But the bottom line is they play really, really hard, and we're going to have to match that.
Anything else for Coach?
I guess, is there any further update on Robert?
No, I think he's getting better. I don't think there's any doubt about that. So we'll see when we practice here. We'll see how he does. But there's no reason to anticipate that he won't be available right now. But it's certainly not on at what level. I don't know. It's far too early to tell on that. That may not be till closer to tomorrow.
After watching the tape on Ohio State, was there anything that you found that maybe you didn't expect to find?
No, I pretty much saw the game. I pretty much saw it on film the way I saw the game. And we certainly could have played better. And when we made the game simple and when we moved the ball and stayed true to what we wanted to do on offense, we got really good looks. When we complicated it by over-penetrating or trying to make plays that weren't there, they got easy looks because we turned it over and we weren't as connected defensively. We weren't as connected as we needed to be against a team like that. And we never had anybody just absolutely get up and say D'Angelo Russell we're gonna stop him from making the plays that he's making. And then that's part of it. And we just got to get ourselves ready to go do it again. All right, thank you.